About a month ago, I bought this 93 Honda Accord for just $800. And honestly, it's become one of my favorite cars. But as much as I love this car, some parts of it are definitely stuck in 93. So today we're bringing a little bit of 2026 to this old Honda. We're installing a modern Bluetooth radio, freshening up the headlights, fixing a noisy power steering pump bearing, and topping off the air conditioning to make this thing a better daily driver. Let's see if we can modernize this old Accord without losing what makes it special. As per our viewer, told us that potentially our brake light switch was the reason why I was getting that brake lamp light here on Old Doo-Doo Brown. So Johnny's under there doing what I like to call car gymnastics or car yoga. No. I attempted to, but my 45-year-old body said no.
Yoga my ass, this is contortionism.
Yeah, it's something like that.
How's this fucking clip come out?
So, like fun. What do you need now? Are you getting out?
No.
This is... Here, let me see if I can make the steering wheel go up. This is the only way you can work on things like this under the dash, I've found, is this position. If you guys know of another position, please let us know, because this position is hard.
You ever heard of a dash creeper?
No.
So it's like a creeper, but it's got feet on it. And you lay on it like that. We need one.
I find myself in this position way too much. And the last time I found myself in this position, my back went out for about a week. So I'm not fond of this position at all. So, Johnny in his contortionist position noticed that when we tried this is the new one, there's so much more. This one's just like clicking nothing. So maybe it is. We're going to put it in. So you may have seen my short about Auxito headlights, and I appreciate them for sending us some headlights just recently for Johnny's Integra. And I was actually going to get some headlights for the CB7, but they didn't come in until just recently. So I'm so excited to be able to put these in. Let me show you. I'm sitting here in my canopy area. I don't know what you want to call it, in the Hillbilly W.O.P gravel pit here. And I kind of got them shined right now onto a drop kind of area, so you can see before and after of these lights, because let me tell you, they are bright. This is the before. I mean, you can hardly even see the lights. This is just the low beams reflecting over there on the backdrop. Just kind of barely see them there. But wait until we throw these son of a guns in there, and we'll show you what that looks like. Right now, Johnny's unboxing them, and boy, if you buy a set of the headlights, and I do recommend them from them, these things are so beautifully made. Like the packaging, the headlight itself is so nice. And I've bought some aftermarket headlights before, you know, the eBay ones and all those, and they look like them, but they're not that well made. Like, these are so well made. Let's throw these bad boys in. All right, so put these in. It's really just a plug and play type of thing. We've already took the other one out. There's a little lock ring. It's on the back of your headlight. And once you open that, you can take the bulb out. This is the old one here. Old-fashioned style that burns your hands when you take them out. I know that because Johnny just burnt his hand. But, I mean, Johnny, how easy is this here?
Oh, I got a flashlight in my fucking mouth.
He talks like a duck. Talks like a duck. All right, and then look at that. He just plugs it in. Ta-da! Clip the clip on the back. If you already did it, probably you already did it.
Yeah.
And that's that.
Yeah.
Why don't you flip these bad boys on for us, Johnny? Now, you remember just what it looked like before. Oh my gosh. I mean, day and night.
That's just
I mean,
beams.
Yeah, and this is just low beams. I mean, it's literally blinding me looking at them. That is how bright these lights are. These are amazing lights. Definitely recommend them. Thank you so much, Auxito, for these lights. Out here with old Doo-Doo Brown. The other day we thought that the belt was the squeaker culprit, but now we do think that it is this power steering pump. I've already removed the cruise control module, so let's get this one off and clean up some of this area, replace the lower belt, and replace this pump. Where we're at here is we got the belt off, we've got all the tensioners off, we got the bolt out of here. I'm clamping my reservoir to our power steering fluid, and I'm going to take this off here and remove the entire power steering pump. Like I said, I'd like to get in here and potentially clean up a little bit today, so that's also going to get done. So what do we got in this mess over here? Well, we got the old power steering pump. We got a pulley puller that I didn't need because this is just reverse threaded, and yeah, everybody told me it was regular threaded, but no, it's reverse threaded. So all you gotta do is pop that pulley off, is slap your impact in counterclockwise. So, you know, or clockwise. Yeah, clockwise. Man, you know what I mean. Turn it into clockwise and you will, instead of tightening it, you're gonna loosen it. And then reverse to put it on, of course. Well, 3 hours into a 2 hour, maybe hour and a half job, this bottom belt is giving me the biggest fits right now, and I'm ready to fucking throw this car through the fucking... So now Johnny's here after my curse out session with the belt. Johnny came to the rescue, and hopefully we can rescue, because this thing is just like, I don't know, like just, oh, you took it off. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens here. Trying to get this dang bracket. I'm telling you, this tensioner bracket that they made is not my favorite. It's just a pain in the rear end how you have to have everything lined up. So finicky. And Johnny did come to the rescue. No more squeak finally, Johnny. No more squeaking. We're going to show you how to charge an old system up here real quick. Not that this needed... We've charged it up, but we just didn't get to full charge. So that's what we're going to do right now, is get this baby up to full charge. And I'll let you guys see the meter so you can see what we're doing. So this is a setup for your R12. You got a can that you got to pop the top. They send you, if you buy the kit, this was an eBay kit. And similar to the, you know, R134, but if you don't have the right tools, it really won't work because they're totally different systems. Now we got pressure there, and we're actually pretty close to green, but we want to get it in the green. You got the air running, right? Full blast? Yeah. So all we're trying to do here is put some of the bottle in here and get that to go to green. So one of my biggest problems with the experience of being in a car, and I love my music, and this Honda radio is not, the amplifier either internally is really shot or something. This is just an ad so you can hear it. Our support the most. That's as loud as it gets. For the people. And I'm pretty sure it's shot, and the tape deck took a poopy on me too. So we're going to replace this son of a gun and bring it a little bit into the 2026 here. But we're not going to do it by putting in just some, you know, regular head unit. Let's see what we got. So my favorite head units from back in the day were Alpine, so I decided to go with an Alpine. Now this is a little bit newer than what I would have had. This does have Bluetooth, so it's a little upgraded. But we got this, we got the single DIN kit to put in there and all that jazz. So we're gonna put this in there and See if it helps these speakers out that we put in. I'm going to hook up the radio here for the doo-doo brown Honda Accord. We are looking at our wiring harness adapter connector wires and what's on the back of the Alpine. What I'm going to do is splice these wires. Most of them are already kind of cut down, and then I'm just going to connect them with the connectors, crimp them down, tape them off, and that's pretty much it. This is pretty easy when you get one of these connectors because you can just plug and play with them, especially these Alpines. Everything basically matches right up, all the colors. It even gives you the antenna wire, which is the blue one. Peyton came to help wiring. Hey, Peyton. But we got some of these done here. You can see what I mean. I've just crimped them down, and all I've done is match them up. So green to green, green to green, black, blah, blah, blah. And these two over here actually do nothing. So I'm just going to leave them off, tape them off. They'll be fine. Here's our main stuff, and I'm about to put it on there. And our blue wire to make sure our antenna works. Right, Peyton? And there you have it, folks. Don't mind the mess in my house, but yep. I did tape off some of the main ones just to make sure that we don't have any sparks or anything like that, but they're all real tight and all good. So capped off the things we don't need. We're good to go. Well, since I cannot get the key out apparently when I have it in low gear, which is fine, I understand why. I'm gonna have to disconnect the battery here because it's beeping, and I ain't working with that. So, but if I put it back in to park, I can remove the key. But what we gotta do here is we gotta get underneath here in this ashtray and get some screws and some nits up in there out. Woo, woo, woo. You know what I mean? And we gotta pull this bad boy out and stick in a new one. I got the ashtray out, and I got that one screw in the back. Now there's a couple screws here at the top, which I got my handy dandy 90 degrees here, and I'm gonna loosen those and get those two out. Then I'm gonna get this whole bracket here. This is a bracket out, and that will show me the two bolts here in the back to release the head unit here, the stock head unit. Well, the old radio is successfully out. Now those two, there were two 8mm down at the bottom that released it, and they were not fun to try to get out, but they came out, and there's my old one. So we're gonna get the new Alpine in now. Hopefully all the connectors match up. We already put those together, so just figuring out how this whole single DIN thing works in there. We got to read the instructions because how they make these are so universal in a way. Is certain clips got to come off and certain ones got to stay on, so you got to read which one is for your car. So we got a mid-job trip to Wally World because the wiring harness they sent me from Amazon doesn't fit. Yay. Yeah, I think I might be onto something now because this plug definitely looks like that plug. Thank goodness. So I'm going to try to wiggle this in here, and hopefully we cut off the right tabs finally. Well, finally, we got her all the way in. Everything seems to be working, which is good. Had a little problem with this left front speaker. The wire kept coming undone, so I had to do a solder job, and yep, that's how it goes. I had to pull this whole entire thing out again. Now I got to put the ashtray back in, and that's basically it. Well, this is no good. Went to go get some Taco Bell, and car started overheating after doing all that work. And it looks like the radiator's blown. Great. Let's look at it. I know all you can see is coolant and hear cars, but that's what it's like being on the side of Taco Bell waiting for this to cool down so I can make it a mile home now. I just wanted some food. Well, I definitely wasn't expecting to find a leaking radiator while sitting in the Taco Bell drive-thru, but I guess that's part of owning a 33-year-old Honda. Even with that surprise, we still got a lot accomplished. We installed a modern Bluetooth radio, freshened up the headlights, quieted down that noisy power steering pump bearing, and got the AC blowing cold again. And honestly, every time I drive this car, I understand a little more why people still love these old Accords. It's simple, it's comfortable, it's easy to work on, and somehow it still feels special more than 3 decades later. Unfortunately, the radiator has other plans. So, the Honda isn't quite ready to be called finished yet, but that's okay because bringing an old car back to life isn't about getting it to the finish line, it's about the journey getting it there. So next time we're replacing the radiator and getting this old Accord one step closer to being perfect daily driver kind of car. Hey, we can't fix everything in this crazy world, but we can fix these old cars. Love you guys and appreciate you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.